Nowadays, there's a controversy going on that whether chickens evolved from Tyrannosaurus Rex or not, or whether Tyrannosaurus Rex had feathers or not. Well, we will talk about this later on, but let's focus on the evolution of reptiles. So the first reptiles that came on Earth, that emerged on Earth, they're called the stem reptiles, which are called the proto-reptiles or something like that. And from that stem reptiles evolved two different groups of reptiles, Archelosaurus and Lepidosaurus. In Archelosaurus, the prominent features are they have thick skin, they cannot shed their skins, they have powerful claws, and their teeth are very prominent. And their tongue are just similar to mammals, very smooth, and mostly in Archosaurs, their tongue are stick to their lower jaws, so they cannot move their tongues, as you can see in crocodiles and turtles. But we don't know what dinosaurs had tongues like. And in the Lepidosaurs, their teeth are not prominent, their teeth are just fused with their upper and lower jaws. And in Lepidosaurs, their tongues are bifid and flexible, it's not stick to their lower jaws. They can stick out their tongue, and some of them can be extremely venomous as well. And their claws are not as strong as Archosaurs. And they have flexible eyes, and they can shed their skin as well. So that's the basic difference about Archosaurs and Lepidosaurs. Sorry, Archelosaurs and Lepidosaurs. Archelosaurs further is divided into Archosaurs and Chelonians, or Testudinians, as some say. Testudinians or Chelonians, they include turtles, tortoises, and terrapins. They're all similar looking reptiles. And Archosaurs include crocodilians and dinosaurs, but also some other reptiles like pterosaurs and plesiosaurs and ichthyosaurs and many other sea reptiles and flying reptiles. So from here we can say that dinosaurs are actually very closely related to crocodiles and turtles. And in Lepidosauria, it's also divided into many other similar groups. The first group is called Rhynchocephalia, which includes the Tuatara. Tuatara, it may look like a lizard, but it's not a true lizard. And then comes another group called Squamata. Squamata includes lizards and snakes. The group of lizards, the order of lizards, it's called Lizartelia, and the order of snakes, it's called Serpentina. Serpentis or Ophidia. It depends on the book you're studying. And you guys know what the difference is between lizards and snakes. So lizards are actually more similar to snakes than to crocodiles. There is a suffix that we use, it's called saur, like dinosaur, plesiosaur, lepidosaur. That saur actually means lizard, but that doesn't mean that the specific reptile is a lizard or not. Dinosaurs, they are not actually lizards, they are a different kind of reptiles. And birds evolved from dinosaurs, but let us be clear about the group of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are divided into two major groups, the Saurischians and the Ornithischians. Saurischians have lizard-like hips, and Ornithischians has bird-like hips. But here is a twist. Birds actually evolved from Saurischian dinosaurs. Saurischians are further divided into two groups, the theropods and the sauropods. The sauropods are just like the long-necked dinosaurs, like Brachiosaurus, Apatosaurus, Argentinosaurus, and there are so many of them. And theropods includes the so-called the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex, all the carnivorous dinosaurs, all the bipedal dinosaurs that ever existed. And that part, even theropods are divided into several groups called carnosaurs, maniraptors, aviosaurs, coelurosaurs. There are so many groups. Tyrannosaurus Rex belongs to the carnosaur group, which means the large, powerful, strong, bipedal, short-armed theropods. And birds evolved from aviosaurs, which includes the Archaeopteryx, which includes the Caudipteryx, Bipiaosaurus, and Sinosauropteryx, Sinornithosaurus. There are so many of them, even Microraptor, Protarchaeopteryx. There are so many of them. So birds actually evolved from those dinosaurs, not Tyrannosaurus Rex or something. But this is actually a misconception that chickens evolved from Tyrannosaurus Rex. It has a very close, similarity with Tyrannosaurus Rex, as both are theropods. Chickens are birds, and birds are technically theropods. But that doesn't mean that Tyrannosaurus Rex evolved into chickens. This is actually a very big misconception. It's actually a very big misconception, and we don't even know that the Tyrannosaurus Rex really had feathers or not. Some DNA samples of Tyrannosaurus Rex suggest that it might have feathers, but not like that, not like birds. Birds have so much feathers. Although dinosaurs were warm-blooded and had four-chambered hearts, as they belong to the Archosaur group. Archosaurs, all Archosaurs have this four-chambered hearts. So that's the thing, and that it doesn't mean that birds actually evolved from every source of dinosaurs evolved into birds. That's a misconception. Birds only evolved from a certain group of dinosaurs, not all theropods. Certain group of theropods, which are called aviosaurs, or sometimes even just simply aves, which means birds, or ornithos, which means birds in Greek. So they evolved from that group of dinosaurs, not carnosaurs or everything. And I hate this thing that some people just, in speculation and imagination, they put feathers in almost every dinosaurs possible, every Saurischian dinosaurs, mostly Saurischian dinosaurs, and even in Ceratopsian dinosaurs. Ceratopsian dinosaurs are the Triceratops, Styracosaurus, Pachyrhinosaurus, Protoceratops, and Torosaurus, and there are so many of them. This is just a speculation. This is not real at all. It's just a speculation. They're just putting feathers in almost every dinosaurs ever. Just because they're dinosaurs, just because they have to look very fancy, they just have to look very artistic, they just put feathers in it, but that's not real at all. Feathered dinosaurs, there are only some few feathered dinosaurs. And velociraptors, they belong to the maniraptor group. Velociraptors, Deinonychus, and then there is Pyroraptor, Utahraptor, Dromaeosaurs. They had feathers. I agree, they had feathers, but they didn't evolve into birds. Just like you see in mammals, like we have this some species called Canyanthropus and Paranthropus. They didn't evolve into anything at all. They didn't evolve into chimpanzees. They didn't even evolve into humans. They didn't even evolve into anything at all. They just went extinct. That's a separate branch. Similarly, raptors, it's a separate branch, and they completely became extinct. Only those which survived are only the aviosaurs. Not even the Gallimimus, not even Ornithomimus, not even Struthiomimus, not even... So this is just a speculation. It's not true, it's a misconception. Chickens never evolved from Tyrannosaurus Rex. Chicken is a dinosaur. You can say chickens evolved from dinosaurs, a dinosaur, that's the thing, but Evolved from Tyrannosaurus Rex, that's a very big misconception. So don't believe in it. That's a misconception. You have to first learn about the every zoological point of view, from zoological point of view, and from the paleontological point of view. You have to know about evolution. You have to learn about that, and then you decide what animal it evolved from. But evolving from Tyrannosaurus Rex, that's a big misconception. So don't believe it. So yeah, that's the video today. And for more interesting videos, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it to your friends. And press the notification if you want, notification bell if you want, and you will get more interesting videos in the future. So thanks for watching. Take care and goodbye.